If you're a beginner at chess, you just started playing chess, or you have been playing chess for a while, but you're still rated under, let's say, 1000 elo on chess.com, or like 1000 over the board, it doesn't matter. You're still a chess beginner. I'm about to tell you 3 things that you should focus on. 3 things that will eventually, inevitably, get you to where you want to be, get you to 1500, whatever up. I'm going to tell you that you should focus on the 80-20 rule. That's basically something you should follow in everything you do. What is the 80-20 rule? The 80-20 rule simply states that 20% of your efforts will get you 80% of the results. And the other 80% of the effort you're doing will only get you like 20%. So basically, you should focus on only on the 20% effort, which will get you 80% of the results, right? Because you want to like not use that much time, or the time that you have, you want to use it efficiently. So what are the 20% for a chess beginner? The 20% for a chess beginner are 3 things. The third thing is actually the most important, but the first thing is learn opening principles. This is very simply done. You only have to literally do this one time, but it will actually improve your game greatly. You'll learn the opening principles. The opening principles are basically control the center, develop your pieces, first develop knights, then bishops, develop them towards the center, castle in the opening, connect your rooks. Like, these things are opening principles, right? Just simply go on YouTube and type in chess opening principles, everything you need to know or something, and then you'll get that. You'll simply do that, and your opening improves to another level. What I don't want you to do, never ever do this. Never ever learn too much theory, or I don't think even you should learn theory at all. If you're under 1000, you probably should just play some Italian game and use the opening principles, right? That is basically what you're supposed to do, because the opening theory will not matter, because your opponent at this level is going to play on move 4, play something completely crazy that is not even like mentioned anywhere, and you simply don't know how to react because you're not even that strong to know what the best move against this is. So this is why I don't recommend learning theory at the beginning. Yeah, so this is basically the first point. The second point is doing puzzles. You often hear this, doing puzzles, and I never really did them. I have to admit this, I never really did them consistently, but when I did, I basically got a significant increase in tactical skill. I don't want you to do puzzles simply anywhere. Just don't do some random puzzles. Like on leeches, for example, you're often doing random puzzles. I would actually recommend you to do the puzzles in the openings that you play. For example, you play the Italian game, like I just mentioned, then go on leeches, and there's a setting for puzzles that you can do puzzles in only resulting from the Italian game. And that can be very, very helpful. I would recommend you to do that. That is the second thing. And basically, don't do too much. What I mean by that, if you start today, by doing 1 hour of puzzles, you will do 0 tomorrow. You will quit tomorrow because you just said you're gonna do 1 hour. That is terrible. Start with 1 puzzle per day. 1 puzzle per day. That's all. I just want you to do 1 puzzle per day consistently. And your ego is going to tell you, no. This is not enough. It's enough. 1 puzzle per day is enough because it's better than what you're doing right now, and that is 0. And then you can slightly improve it, right? And then you can always do 1 or 2, right? But first, 1 puzzle a day, and that's all. Very simple, right? 1 puzzle a day. You're saying this, I can do this easily. But the consistency is the one that matters. And first start with 1 puzzle a day. If you're currently doing 0, start with 1. Okay, so this is the second point. And why is this so important? Because your tactical vision basically just completely gets improved with doing puzzles. Like, this is, like, as a beginner, your tactical vision is basically what designs 99.9% of games, okay? It's not about some end game technique, no. As a beginner, it's just tactics. That's just basically all you need to learn at the beginning is tactical exercises. So And that's basically the second thing. So the third thing now, and that is, I think, even more important than learning opening principles or doing puzzles, that's actually just playing games and reviewing them. This might sound kind of obvious, but actually the most important thing, and that is basically the main thing that I did, was play games but then analyze them. And that was my competitive advantage over other people. I played games and I analyzed them. This is very, very important. Even if you don't have chess.com Premium, just use the normal engine that you get after the game, and it will tell you your mistakes. And then you can realize, okay, this is what I did wrong. For example, you're actually never putting 2 pawns in the center if you could. For example, you play e4, and then your opponent plays a6, okay? You're not playing d4. And that is basically always what the engine recommends, to put 2 pawns in the center. And then you realize, okay, maybe this is occurring often. Maybe I should start learning opening principles, right? This is basically how you improve, okay? Or, for example, in some variation, there's always this particular tactical pattern occurring. And then you learn that pattern, and, you know, this is how you improve. You learn your mistakes, and then you improve. Now, what I don't want you to do is play, for example, blitz games, because then you cannot even think about stuff. So at least 10-minute rapid games. 10-minute rapid games, play 10-minute rapid games, and then analyze them. That is basically it. And if you just follow these 3 steps, like just learn opening principles, I mean, literally, it's basically only 2 steps. Learn that opening principles like once, and then you just are done with it, and then you only do puzzles, 1 puzzle a day, literally just 1 puzzle a day, and from there you can build 1 puzzle a day, and then just start playing games and reviewing them. I don't want you to get out of this video and say, yeah, he said start playing games, and then you start playing games, but you just never do the review. No, review them, okay? That's literally the 20% of the effort. And you know, there could be these 80% of effort getting to learn any like theory. For example, you learn the Italian variation, fried liver attack and whatever, and you learn that, and that is going to give you very little, right? That is very much effort to learn such a huge opening for very much effort, for very little result actually. And that is why I want you to use the 80-20 rule, and that is basically the things you should be focusing on, okay? So I hope you could understand what I was trying to get across. And yeah, that was it for the video. If you liked it, hit the like and subscribe button right now, and I'll see you in the next video.